Every year, heavy truck operators are needlessly killed in highway accidents. According to the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, 741 tractor-trailer drivers died in the year 2000 as the result of a traffic accident. Of those 741 deaths, 480 of them resulted from single vehicle collisions. That means that over half of those 741 deaths can be attributed to single vehicle accidents. Accidents such as running off the road and striking a fixed object or rolling over. I wonder how many of those drivers would still be alive today if they had only been well rested and paying attention. I'm Jim Kokendorfer. I investigate traffic accidents for Werner Enterprises. As a former sheriff's deputy, in combination with my time spent here at Werner Enterprises, I have witnessed firsthand the destruction that is caused by a rollover accident. Today I want to discuss with you the importance of rollover prevention. Rollovers can happen simply by changing direction too fast at too great of a speed. But there are several different factors that can contribute to a tractor-trailer rollover. Let's identify some of the types of situations that can cause a tractor-trailer to roll over. The size and weight of your tractor-trailer obviously make it less maneuverable and gives you a significant disadvantage when commuting with the rest of the motoring public. As more cargo is stacked in your trailer, the center of gravity moves higher or further from the road, and the truck then becomes easier to turn over. A fully loaded tractor-trailer is 10 times more likely to roll over in a crash than an empty tractor-trailer. A trailer rollover is more likely if the load is heavily off-center or heavy and high. When possible, make sure your cargo is centered and spread out as much as possible. The heavier your truck is, the harder your brakes have to work to slow it down. Always make sure that when you are approaching ramps that you have given yourself enough time to slow down and avoid going into a turn too fast. Speed advisory signs on curves and ramps post speeds for passenger cars, not for tractor-trailer combinations. Before entering the curve, always make sure that you are traveling at least 10 miles an hour slower than the speed posted on the yellow diamond-shaped warning signs. Performing an evasive maneuver in a heavy truck with a high center of gravity can lead to disaster. When traveling at highway speeds, your movements need to be slow and deliberate. This includes all changes in directions, whether it's negotiating a curved portion of the highway, taking an exit ramp, or simply making a lane change. Always give yourself plenty of following distance to avoid having to perform any quick changes in speed or direction. And above all, try to avoid emergency maneuvers. Making an abrupt evasive maneuver like swerving to avoid an animal on the roadway is dangerous. A tractor-trailer is 3 times more likely to roll over than an automobile. Striking an animal and replacing a radiator is much cheaper than running off of the road and risking your own personal safety and losing the entire tractor, trailer, and cargo. Many rollovers can happen when a driver tries to return to the road after putting a tire off of the pavement. If your tires dig in and create a rut in the soft ground or catch the edge of the pavement, you can quickly go over. If you put a wheel off of the pavement or drop down onto a paved shoulder that may be lower than the travel lanes, straighten the units out and slow down. Don't try to return to the road at a high rate of speed. Stop, get out of the truck, and carefully inspect the site to determine if you can get back on the road without catching or tripping a tire before you move out again. If you do decide to drive it back on, return to the road as slowly as possible and at as shallow an angle as possible. The more steering input you have to make, the easier it is to roll over. If you don't think you can make the maneuver safely, or the ground will not support the weight of your truck and trailer, make sure you turn on your four-way flashers and set out your triangles before calling for help. It can only take a split second for a rollover to occur. Allowing your concentration to lapse and not paying attention to your surroundings can lead to avoidable situations like the driver we're about to see. He took his eyes off of the road, and before he knew it, the truck had drifted onto the shoulder where the pavement separation was a significant factor. A significant factor in a very expensive accident that ended up costing him his CDL. It took less than 4 seconds for this truck to slide down the highway on its side. Driver awareness and good lane control is a large part of safe driving and could potentially save your life. Fatigue is a battle that all drivers must fight. You can easily win the fight by planning your rest breaks in order to make certain you will be alert while you are behind the wheel. An alert driver is a safe driver. As you can see, this fatigued driver is no longer able to concentrate on driving, and the subsequent loss of attention results in a lack of control of the vehicle after dozing off for only a second or two. After sliding off of the road, it was too late to try and regain control of the vehicle. The tractor was already on its way over. This situation could have been avoided by simply getting the proper rest when it's needed. If you've been paying attention, you'll remember that there are many factors that can directly lead to a rollover, or quickly aggravate a situation and take it from bad to worse. But all of these behaviors, fatigue, poor lane control, excessive speed, inattention, all have one thing in common. They can all be controlled by you, the driver, to prevent a rollover. Do your part to be aware and take the necessary precautions to ensure your safety as well as the safety of the motoring public. Remember, as the driver of a commercial motor vehicle, you have a greater responsibility than the average automobile driver. With more vehicle size and weight comes the need for more care and caution. So be safe and drive responsibly.